the brand that I want to create more than anything is the sort of brand that, you know, tells people that it's okay to believe that you're better than the situation that you're in. It's okay to believe that there's a bigger world out there than the small town in which you grew up. It's okay to think that you are more talented than your boss. It's okay for you to, you know, think that maybe your parents don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You know, it's okay for you to think that you're smarter than your teacher. It's okay for you to, you know, think that you could be bigger than the biggest dude in your gym. Like, fuck all that. Like, people are so pre-programmed to believe that these limitations are you know, set in stone. And, you know, if nothing else, I want the brand to just be there to tell people that, you know, it's okay to pursue ambitions that other people don't understand. You know, it's okay to dream bigger than your circumstances. You know, it's okay to imagine a life that other people can't wrap their minds around. You know, that's been a motivation for me since I was a kid, is to create opportunities for myself and for my family and for the people that I care about and for my friends that other people think are impossible. You know, fuck that. In terms of the goals for the brand, it's a lifestyle brand first. It's not just a supplement brand. It's so much more than that, because it really encompasses all of our passions. We seek to deliver style and substance, both of them, style and substance, in potent dosages. It seems like we're in an industry that lacks both to some degree. You know, you walk around at the Arnold and, you know, I had a buddy who referred to the t-shirts at the Arnold Classic as boardwalk t-shirts. You know, sort of interchangeable stuff with no style. And then at the same time, you know, often people trade style for substance or vice versa. You know, substance is the reason we are where we are today and that we even have this chance. You know, we want to deliver the sort of inspiration, whether it's in the written word, whether it's video content, whether it's you know, inspirational graphics. We want to deliver the sort of content on a regular basis that can fuel the process of the people who decided to join us on this journey. That's one of the main goals of our brand. We want to be a part of your life. We want to support you as you chase your dreams, because you're supporting us as we chase ours. One thing that I feel confident in as we enter this enterprise is that I've been, you know, living this shit for 20 years, you know, for my entire adult life. Every day, you know, I train and I take supplements, and, you know, I try to live the lifestyle. It's a part of who I am at this point. So, you know, when it came time to formulate Vice, for example, you know, just to put the important pieces in place with regard to the product and the company, you know, there was no need to really figure out who we were. You know, we've been the same dudes, we've been doing the same thing on the same grind for 2 decades. So when it came time to formulate a product, it was like, okay, well, what are all the ingredients that I would want in my ideal pre-workout? Okay, well, that's what's in Vice, and that's it. And, you know, we crafted it with certain ideas in mind, you know, making it taste different, utilizing some stuff that might be novel and different than what our competitors are using. Formulating it so that a 120-pound girl and a 300-pound dude have the flexibility of, you know, using as much as they need. All things that seem kind of obvious, but that nobody got around to doing, and maybe they never got around to doing it because they don't know this shit the way we do, and they don't live it every day like we do, you know? Some of the things that we arrive at in terms of, you know, putting the pieces in place for this brand seem so natural and so obvious and so perfect and so well-timed. But at the same time, there's nothing all that special about it. It's just what came naturally. You know, this brand is just a natural, organic growth out of how myself and my boys have been living for, you know, since we were teenage kids in Jersey. You know, we've been on a slow and steady incline building to this point, and the brand is sort of just a manifestation of everything we've been into and have loved and have been doing for 20 years. You know, I know that there's a lot of brilliant, hungry, talented dreamers out there who feel run down by circumstances, and that over time they lose hope because they feel like nobody gets it and nobody believes in them, and they're out there fighting for this vision that only they can appreciate by themselves. And I want them to know, like, that I have been exactly where you're standing right now, and that's why GCode exists today, because not only did we push through all of that doubt and stand up to all of that resistance and deal with all that rejection, but we knew that one of our callings in the world was to help you do the same, was to help you say, you know, fuck you to the status quo and fuck you to the system that you find yourself stuck in, and that we want you to know that it's okay to dream bigger than the confines of what your neighbors think is okay, or what your family thinks is okay, or what your boss thinks is okay. You know, there's tremendous possibility in life, and I think that even the loftiest, most difficult things, most difficult challenges, the most daunting challenges, over time, they give way to the will of a determined person who just keeps chipping away at it and keeps banging it away at it day after day after day after day, and doesn't give up on their dream even when nobody would blame them if they did. That's who GCode exists for. That's why we took the time to put the pieces in place to be here with you today, because we want to empower you to be better than any of your critics think you ever could be. It's possible to change your circumstances and to change your life, but you have to do the work to make that happen. You have to make the sacrifices that other people aren't willing to make. But know that we're right there with you, going through that same process, making those same decisions, making those same sacrifices to prove to you that it's possible.